Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my segment. First off, I want to wish everybody a happy Bandi Jor Nivas, and happy Diwali. So, Bandi Jor Nivas is a Sikh holiday which coincides with Diwali, and Diwali is a Hindu holiday. Sikh and Hindus both celebrate Diwali for different reasons. I'm being a Sikh, we call it Bandi Chor Nivas, and Hindus call it Diwali. But it is a festival of lights. It's all about lighting a lamp, what we call a diva, to prevail darkness and uphill and shed light into our lives. So on today's occasion, I wish everybody love, light, and peaceful and blissful prosperity and abundance all at once. I hope everyone that's tuned in to this segment today finds peace and comfort that you need today, as well as shed some light onto your job search and some light into your career. So happy Diwali, happy Bandi Chor Nivas Day as well. Also, on this special occasion, I decided to do something I've never done, and it is my way of shedding some light into your life by offering you 80% off on all my courses and all my master classes when it comes to job search. So, resume writing, how to write a resume, how to put your LinkedIn profiles together that convert into job leads, as well as how to negotiate salaries, how to access the hidden job market. Also, I've also put my bootcamp that is self-paced, self-study based on demand version of my bootcamp program, also on 80% off. So this is just for today. So if you want to take and benefit from this, please use the coupon code Diwali. So I've typed it below. You can see the I've typed it below. You can see on the headline, the header that's scrolling around across the screen. You can see that. So please use it. If you're struggling in your job search, you want to know how to write a resume, please utilize it. Okay. All you have to do is visit gkmcoaching.com/store, and then please enter the coupon code Diwali in order to get 80% off. Okay. So let's kick off this segment. As always, let me know who's tuned in. Drop your comments below in the comment section. If you are watching this live with me, let me know if you're live. Let me know if you are tuned in. Today's segment is all about how to land a job. I'm going to do Q&A. I love doing Q&A with everybody so I can get any questions answered. Also, what I forgot to mention is that yesterday I also launched a 48-day of coaching, job search coaching. I'm going to be doing job search coaching on Zoom for 48 days straight. And the reason I'm doing this is because I am on a mission. I want to help every single person that I can in the next 48 days to land a job in 48 days. I want to help you land a job before the holidays. Okay. I want to make sure that we put an end to your job search struggle. I want to make sure that you end up in the right job that's aligned with you, your expertise and your skills and your capabilities, and you get paid your worth. I am on a mission to do this. I want to do this for you, anybody that wants my help. All you have to do is sign up. It is part of the membership. So full disclaimer, the membership's just $20. It works out to 66 cents a day. That's it. That's all you have to invest to get coaching from me every single day for 48 days. So there is a schedule. I kicked it off yesterday. So thank you for those that joined. Amazing session for everyone that joined. And today I'm going to be doing that as well. So this is coaching, job search coaching for 48 days to get you hired within the 48 days into your dream job before the Christmas holidays. Okay. So if you want to take advantage of that, all you have to do is sign up for the membership. You can go to the website, gkmcoaching.com/store and scroll down to the membership section. And no, the membership is not on sale. It's just $20 that you sign up, and you can cancel whenever you want, and you get access to the coaching for 48 days straight. Okay. 48 days straight on Zoom coaching. It's private coaching on Zoom. So feel free to sign up for that and take advantage on that as well. Because again, I'm on a mission to help you land your dream job. Now, everybody that's tuned in, let me know you're tuned in. Drop your comments below, and also wish you happy Diwali. Wish each other happy Diwali as well. So please let me know where you're tuning in. Drop the comments. Introduce yourself. One of the best ways to actually land a job is to actually unmute and start engaging on LinkedIn. I see tons of people on this platform that are actually not utilizing the benefits of LinkedIn. So if you really want to amplify your reach and you want to land jobs fast and you want to grow in your career and you keep on building those opportunities to keep coming to you, you are sitting on gold mine, which is LinkedIn. And you want to utilize LinkedIn. Use LinkedIn to put yourself out there. Engage with people, comment, engage. You're on a live segment. You don't know who's watching this. You can get discovered by just engaging on other people's content, showing up on LinkedIn Live and commenting and engaging with people's content. So get unmute. Don't be a lurker, meaning don't be just scooping people's content, reading it, but then don't even engage with it. If someone's content's helped you, then show them love, show them support by acknowledging it, thanking them. The more support you show people who you're benefiting from, the more appreciation you'll get for yourself and for others, as well as other people benefit. So LinkedIn has a ripple effect. Every time you comment, other people will get access to the same content. Now you're helping the person that is adding value to you to add values to other people. So LinkedIn works very interestingly. Every comment that happens on someone's post, it not only helps you get exposure to that person's audience and that person's connection, but every single person that's commenting, you're also getting exposed to their connections and their followers. So it has like a ripple effect. It's like amazing platform to be on, but you want to reap the benefits, and the best way to reap the benefits of LinkedIn is to get unmute and put yourself out there. Start talking, share your expertise. Now, before I kick up this segment, let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're looking for a job, let me know what you're looking for, okay? Good morning. Happy Diwali. Happy Diwali. Hi, Gurpreet, Manpreet, Mon. Oh, Manpreet, Mon. We have the same last name. From Chandigarh, joining your session for the first time. Looking forward for fruitful interaction. You are welcome. Happy Diwali, Manpreet. And I'm pretty sure in India is going, it's so like probably has, India probably like, obviously it's in the Indian festival, so probably is off the hook right now with all those divas and lamps and lights. So probably be a fun time to be in India right now. So welcome, Manpreet. Welcome, everybody. So again, drop your comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And let's kick this segment off by helping you land a job. Okay. So how do we land a job? There are 3 components to job search. Okay. Remember, there's a 3-step process to landing a job. Step 1 is to land interviews. Step 2 is to convert those interviews into job offers. And then step 3 is when you get the job offer to negotiate a best deal for yourself. So the first 2 are the most crucial part, because without these 2, you won't get the job offer, right? So first step is you want to create awareness that you exist, right? To land job interviews. There isn't one way to land job interviews. So typically speaking, people tend to stick to one method of landing interviews, in which typically happens to be a resume and then applying to jobs online. Okay. So I'm going to give you some stats that from based on my research, and what I've discovered is when you're applying to jobs online, first you need to know these stats and figures. Up to 20% of available jobs actually make it to job posting and they get posted. Research shows that almost 80% of the jobs don't make it to the job posting. Like, the company doesn't need to post it because they got filled before there was even a need to post it, meaning they got the candidates and they interviewed the candidates, so they didn't need to post it because they already had a line of great candidates in there. It can be either in their talent pool, it can be who knew who knows who kind of thing, like someone knew somebody, employees recommended somebody, someone on the team recommended somebody, the hiring manager knew somebody, and reached out to the connections. So hidden job market can be mean different things, but just know that almost big chunk of jobs are in the hidden job market. Not everything gets posted. The other reason why something may not get posted is because posting on like Indeed, any job board, it's a cost to an organization. So remember, that's a cost. So company may not post all jobs they have on job boards because there's a cost associated. So they may pick and choose which ones to post and which one not to post. So to land job interviews, you need to create what I call a funnel, like a lead generator that creates like multiple leads are coming in for you. You want to create multiple channels of landing those job interviews. Resume, applying to jobs online is one way. Two is your LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile has to be set up SEO, search engine optimized, so that you are getting discovered in the search engines. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, all you have to do is go to your LinkedIn profile, look at your dashboard, and look at what that number looks like. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you what to do. All you have to do is you need to do this. So open a different window so that you don't use this live. And all you have to do is go to your LinkedIn profile. And all you have to do is, so this is my LinkedIn profile. And all you have to do is go to your private dashboard and look at this number, which is search appearance. Search appearances number will show you exactly how many times you've showed up in searches, okay? So this number is really important because this number will tell you exactly how are you showing up when someone's searching. So typically, research shows that almost 90% of recruiters will use the function search on LinkedIn to find and headhunt candidates. I use this function a lot. I love it. It's the best way for me to find candidates. So hence, not all jobs get posted. Companies can have a talent recruitment team that is reaching out to candidates directly, okay? So you can actually set your LinkedIn profile to convert into lead magnet, meaning getting discovered on LinkedIn and having recruiters and talent acquisition or HR hiring managers reach out directly to you. Now, if you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to set up your LinkedIn profile to be a lead magnet, guess what? I have a masterclass on this and you can get it for 20 bucks today because it's 80% off. So go to my website, go to my store and grab this masterclass, because this is also crucial. You need to tap into LinkedIn power to get discovered. Okay, so LinkedIn is one way to land job interviews. Second way to land interviews is accessing the hidden job market. Now, hidden job market can be many things. One of the best ways to actually access the hidden job market, from my knowledge and my experience, I'm speaking from my experience, is actually building your brand. And that is content writing on LinkedIn. So engaging on LinkedIn, writing content, commenting on other people's posts. So there's an art and there's a strategic way to do that. And that is not just to say, oh, I love your post, well said, well done. No, there's a whole strategy that I teach in my course on all about LinkedIn. So how to turn your LinkedIn into a job lead magnet. Sign up, take it, just 20 bucks today. So, but you want to use it today. This sale is only for today. Okay. So LinkedIn profile. Networking. Now, networking is all about making friends. Networking isn't about, let me send a connection request and then let me say, introduce myself and send my resume. That is not going to get you anywhere. Okay. So actually, what I teach people to do is before you begin your job search, ask yourself the hard questions. And what are the hard questions to ask is, well, what makes you extraordinary? What makes you so extraordinary that any company would benefit from hiring you? These are some deep questions you want to ask yourself. Why should a company hire you versus any other candidate? Because let's face it, you're not the only one that's qualified and has the experience for the job, right? So you have to think in terms of why should the company hire you? What makes you so extraordinary that any company out there will benefit from you? Job searching is like a sales process, okay? You got to manage your career like a business. You are a business and company is a business. So it turns out to be B2B sales, business to business sales. So one of the things that everybody needs to develop if you want to have a successful career and you want to continue to grow in your career and you want to land those amazing jobs that pay high salary as well, is you have to learn to sell sales. You have to approach job search like a sales. So job searching is actually a sales process. You need to create lead magnet, lead generation to capture the leads, all the different job leads out there. You got to create that funnel. So I call it the job search funnel. In sales, it's called the sales funnel. In marketing, it's called a marketing funnel. So you have to approach your job search as a sales process / as marketing. Okay, so you need to have a sales process as well as a marketing process, and both of them are together in terms of calling it a funnel. So you have to create a funnel in a job search funnel, which is same as sales and / marketing funnel. First step is create awareness. Second step 2 is engage. Step 3 is nurture. Step 4 is close. So all of these 4 steps need to be done successfully in order to increase your chances of landing job offers, okay? 4 steps: create awareness, engage, nurture, and close. You have to have strategies in all of these. Now, creating awareness. Applying to jobs online is one way, but you need to have a strategy. So if you're going to apply to jobs online, you need to have a resume that converts into interviews. Now, resume is an art, okay? How you write content in resume is the 100% key into converting into job interviews. So keep in mind that your sole job of a resume is to land you interviews. That's it. That's all a resume does. See it as your commercial. Your resume is a marketing / commercial pitch. Commercials are 30 seconds and you get the message across. All the resume is supposed to do is prompt someone to want to pick up the phone and call you. It needs to have an action oriented, okay? Resume needs to grab attention, retain attention, and call to action. It needs to prompt the reader to take action. Your resume lands you interviews, okay? So when you're applying to jobs online, you also have to remember applicant tracking system. Companies are using ATS, applicant tracking system. So when you're applying to jobs online, not only you have to educate yourself and understand how an applicant tracking system works, you got to get your resume through the system into front of a human being. Me, I'm HR. I use this applicant tracking system, and the goal is to get your resume in front of the human being and then get the human being to take action, which is to call you. But if your resume is generic, because, let's face it, everyone turns to internet to get advice nowadays, but everyone's using the same advice. Everyone's using the same words on their resume. I'm result-oriented, action-oriented. I am problem solver. I'm an innovator. I'm a creative. Everyone's using these generic terms. So what's happening is everyone's just blending in. You need to stand out of the crowd, get in front of the right person, and then get them to call you. That's what a resume is supposed to do. If you don't know how to write a resume like this, I have my resume writing course on sale today for 80%. Grab it from my website. and I walk you through not only how to write. I have a 12-step process on writing a resume that converts and lands you interviews. I also talk on applicant tracking system and the difference between multiple applicant tracking system, what it is, and actually how to even know which applicant tracking system companies using. And lastly, tailoring your resume. If you are going to apply to jobs online, your resume needs to speak to that one job that you're applying to. And this is the key to successfully converting those into interviews. Okay. Research shows that when you're applying to jobs online, your odds of landing an interview are just 5%. Okay. So you want to be the odds and you want to be the person that lands interviews. Now, picture this for a second. When you're applying to jobs online, here's what I want you to remember, that you're not the only one that's applying to this job. There's going to be tons of other people applying to the same job as you. But why should the company pick up the phone and call you for an interview? How can you stand out? Stop blending in. That's the biggest advice I can give you is stop blending in. Stop writing generic resumes. You need to write resumes as a marketing commercial that speaks to the target audience for that one job that you're applying to. So tailoring, I teach a 4-step process and I have a strategy on tailoring. And if you use my strategy on tailoring, you will land those interviews. So I teach all of these 3 components into my resume writing course. You can grab it today for 80% off, which is just $20. Okay. So landing interviews, LinkedIn profile, hidden job market, building yourself as a brand. You can download different types of networking apps. You can go to meetup.com and start attending events. Personal interest of yours. You can go on a podcast tour. You can reach out to different podcasts and be a guest. And that's another way to get discovered. You can write articles and blogs. You can write your own content. There's tons of ways to create lead for jobs for you. Applying to jobs online is not the only way, and you should not be doing it the only way either. Okay. So there's tons of ways to create land job interviews. Once you land a job interview, then now your goal is to convert them into job offers. Now, each step of the interview, you need to remember that one thing I want to say is you have to remember that interview is like going on a date. So when you go on a date, if you've ever been on a date, then you know what I'm talking about. If you've never been on a date, then dating is when you go on a date for the first time with somebody, both parties are going to ask questions, right? You're going to have questions because that's how we interact and get to know one another. When we first meet a complete stranger, first time we're going out on a date, we're going to have questions to start the conversation. So interviews are like that. The beginning stages of dating is both parties are going to have questions to get to know one another. So approach the interviews like it's dating. So your goal isn't to, sure, we want to be on the best behavior. The goal is to have conversations and get to know one another, and you want to be yourself as well. You also want to ask questions in the interview. I find in 15 years of my HR experience, the number one reason people tank interviews, I want you to write this down. Hear what I'm saying. Number one reason I've found in 15 plus years of my HR experience doing interviews for hiring, the number one reason that candidates tank interviews is that they didn't answer the interview question. I'm going to repeat that again. Number one reason many candidates tank job interviews is simply because they didn't answer the interview question. And guess what? The individual that's interviewing you is never going to tell you, I never tell the candidate that you didn't answer the interview question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note. The candidate didn't answer the interview question. So I'm going to have a set of interview questions that I'm going to ask you. And if you didn't answer it, I'm going to write, did not answer the interview question. But I'm not going to tell you that you didn't answer it because that's not my job at that moment. When I'm the interviewer, my job isn't to tell you that you didn't answer the interview question. My job is to ask the question and then write down your answer, evaluate your answer, okay? So interview questions. Number one reason people tank interviews is simply they didn't answer the interview question. So you want to make sure that that's why listening skills are so important in the interview. You want to make sure that you're listening. You want to make sure you understand what's being asked, you understand and process the question, you gather your thoughts, and then deliver the answer. So I have a 4-step process: listen, process, formulate, deliver. 4 steps you need to follow when in the interview: listen, formulate, formulate, deliver. So listen, process, formulate, and then deliver your answer. This will go a very long way. It will help you in those interviews. You have to answer the interview questions. I can tell you when people start rambling off, they end up forgetting to answer the question. It's just human nature. So that's why it's important to gather your thoughts, process what's being asked, gather your thoughts, and then take the time and then deliver your answer. You also want to ask interview questions. The worst thing you can ever do is when the interviewers ask you, do you have any interview questions for me? And say, no, you've answered all my interview questions. Or ask such generic, basic questions like, so what will I be doing day to day? And that is a question you should never ask. Why? Because it was posted. The job duties and responsibilities are already posted. That's what you will be doing in the role. So don't ask generic questions like, what will I be doing? What will my typical day look like? What is your company culture? No one's going to tell you, hey, we have a toxic work environment. Hey, the department you're going to be working for is toxic. Oh, hey, the manager is toxic. No one's going to openly communicate these things. So you have to ask strategic questions. Ask 10 questions if you need to. Interviews are a two-way street, okay? Just as the company is assessing you, you need to assess the role, you need to assess the company, you need to assess the manager to make sure that this is the right role, right company, right manager for you. This is how you minimize your risks of ending up in a role that you don't want, ending up in the company that you don't want to work for, or the manager you don't want to work for. So you have to do your due diligence as well in the interview. You also want to ask strategic, smart questions that also kind of shows to the interviewer how you make decisions. Honestly speaking, asking questions in the interview also showcases how you make decisions. If you just want a job, the interviewer will see that as well. Other thing is, one thing I forgot to mention was, please don't use the STAR method for every interview question. I know Google tells you this. I know on the internet, there's tons of advice being given on how to answer interview questions, and typical advice on interview questions is to use the STAR method. And guess what? You can't use the STAR method for every interview question. STAR method's only good to use for situational based interview questions because it talks, that's why the STAR stands for situation, task, asks, situation, task, action, results, right? STAR. I don't use the STAR method. I just keep it simple. You talk on the situation, the steps you took to resolve the situation, and what was the outcome or result. I keep it 3 steps process. But here's the thing. You can't use the STAR method on a question like, tell me about yourself. You can't use the STAR method on a question like, tell me about your strengths. You can't use the STAR method format to answer a question like, what is your weakness? You can't, because I'm not asking you about a situation, right? So STAR method questions should only be used for situational base of questions. So you need to know when to use the STAR method and when not to. Please don't just start using STAR method on every question that's being asked. What ends up happening, you look like a robot. You look really robotic instead of just being yourself. So one of the best advice I can give on interviews is please be yourself. Showcase who you are, showcase your expertise, showcase your knowledge, showcase your personality, because that's also what you're going to get hired for. Showcase who you are as a human being. Be you. The biggest advice, number one advice I will give to acing those interviews is being you. Like, I'm a type of person, my hands move a lot. That's just how I communicate. Is that for everybody? No. Can people be judging me and say, well, hands are moving? Sure. But then I don't want to work for that company that's judging me because I move my hands a lot. Everybody that personally knows me knows that I move my hands a lot. A lot. That's who I am. Okay? Be you and get hired for who you are. Don't try to be someone you're not. And I see this a lot in interviews. In 15 years that I've been doing hiring, I see a lot of candidates try to be someone they're not. And I get that. I understand the interviews are very nerve-wracking. It's nervousness. You're trying to press and you want to land that job, right? But you also want to land it because of who you are, your expertise. Know your career inside out. One of the best ways to prep for interview is to study the job posting, the job description. Your entire study should be the job description. The entire job description has tons of clues on what the interview questions are going to be, because all the interview questions are going to be based on assessing based on the job posting, right? The job description tells you responsibilities and duties and what you will be doing. The best way to prep for interviews is actually the job posting. Read the job posting for line by line and look at each situations you've dealt with based on what the job posting is. You can actually even determine what the interview questions are going to be if you study the job posting. Your entire clues of how to ace the interviews will come from the job posting. Okay. So keep it simple, be you, know your career inside out, and you know you're going to get nervous, which is human nature. So have some icebreakers, have a ritual. I used to have a ritual before I went to interviews. I actually have a ritual for interviews. Even now, I have rituals before I go into a meeting. So come up with a ritual that puts you in a great energy, helps you elevate your confidence and boosts your energy and puts you in a good mood. Like today, I'm in a happy mood because it's Diwali. Woke up happy, Diwali. I got dressed. I went to my temple. I created, before I even went to my temple, I created a discount. So, gratitude, giving, helping others can elevate you. So whatever that works for you. Typically I see this when I used to drive to interviews. Even now when in the pandemic, I haven't drove to a client meeting, but I still do this. If I'm going to a client meeting, I will listen to music that puts my energy in a high power zone. Like, I got this, I'm in my power, I'm gonna rock this, I'm gonna kill this interview. You have to have those prep talks with you, right? So just elevating your energy. Energy will be the key factor in how you present yourself as well. Don't underestimate the power of your energy reflecting onto the other person. So always be in a good positive energy before you go and deliver into those interviews. Energy, energy, energy. Okay. If you need help with this, you can Google affirmations, go to YouTube and listen to affirmations. There's tons of affirmation playlists available on YouTube, podcasts on affirmations, anything that will help you elevate your energy and put you in confidence, own your power, and like, I got this, I'm going to kill it. Okay. So be you, align yourself with what you want, align your energy, what you want to do, as well as build a relationship with the person that's interviewing you. You have this person's undivided attention for 30 minutes to an hour. Your goal should also be to befriend that person. Befriend it. That's a long time impact for relationship. So if you build interviews and turn them into, I'm going to build a relation with that person by the end of the interview and we're going to become friends, I guarantee you that that's going to pay out in long term for you. You're going to benefit in long term, not just short term. Even if you don't land the interview, that person's always going to remember you and can always refer you to other people in their network. I've done this. If a candidate built a relationship with me, made an impact on me in the interview, I always remember them, and I have never hesitated to refer them to someone in my network. Okay, just another way to tap into that unknown hidden job market. Lastly, what you do after the interviews is key in one aspect. Do not send those thank you letters. They're generic. Don't do anything generic, okay? Send a pitch deck. I teach 2 different pitch deck methods in my bootcamp program. So grab my bootcamp. It's self-study version. It's only for $300. It's 80% off right now. Original price is $1,500. You can grab it today just for $3,000, and you can get the complete solution system to job searching and landing a job in 30 to 60 days. If you want to land a job in 30 days, it's so doable, so doable. But guess what? Don't sit on the internet to find advice. Internet's garbage. The advice I've seen given on the internet is so garbage. It's so generic. It's not gonna work. And if those advice was working, none of you would be struggling in your job search. Let's be honest, you wouldn't be struggling. Okay. So do a pitch deck, create a video. You can use Loom. There's tons of video apps you can use. Create a personal message that you will send out after the interviews. That's a closing strategy, by the way. You have to have closing strategies to convert. One key question you should always ask in the interview is, write this down, please. Please write this down. And you must ask this interview question. Don't ever leave the interview without asking this question. And the question you want to ask is, do you have any concerns about my ability to do this role? The reason you want to ask this question is that if there was any concerns that the interview has about you, because maybe in some of your answers you didn't touch on something that they really wanted you to, because interview questions are open-ended, right? There's no possible way to kind of cover everything. So what this question allows you to do is that if the person that's interviewing you has any concerns, it gives them the opportunity to discuss it with you, and it gives you the opportunity to address the concern. Don't ever leave the interview without asking this question. Please. Yes, it's gutsy. Yes, it's bold question to ask, and you must ask, because you don't want to leave the interview with the interviewer having some concerns about you. You want to nip it in the butt. You want to address it right off the bat. So ask the question. When you ask such a bold question, please be open to receiving what they're going to say. And this is so important. You have to be open to receiving the answer they're going to give you. And then take the time to process what they're saying. Don't get defensive. Don't get angry. Don't get mad. Because the whole purpose of asking this question is so that you can address it. You just want to address the concern. Okay, don't get mad. So asking strategic questions will go a long way in closing those interviews. Lastly, when you get a job offer, negotiate. Okay, every job offer typically has an expiry date. You don't want to just jump and say, thank you, I accept the offer and I'm going to start. No, you want to negotiate the job offer. Take your time. Okay, thank them for the job offer, get it in writing, get them to send it in to you in writing, and then negotiate. And you want to negotiate, and I call it putting it into a counter job offer. So I have a whole template. If you actually grab my negotiation masterclass, it comes with the counter job offer template. And in this template, I've put down everything that you can possibly negotiate. And honestly, everything is on the table for negotiations. Your base salary must be negotiated. You can negotiate your bonus. You can ask for signing bonus if the company's not offering signing bonus. You can negotiate vacation. Typically, the only thing that you can't negotiate is benefits, because that's an outsource, a third party that's providing it. It's just a standard benefit across the board. All you can do is ask to waive that starting period. So instead of having a 3-month waiting period, you can ask them to waive it and have your benefits start from day one. So I teach all this in my master class. Now, the 3 step, land job interviews, convert job. Let me take a step back. So 3 things to remember in your job search. You want to land job interviews. Step 1 is to land job interviews. Step 2 is convert those interviews into job offers. And 3, negotiate your job offer. So all these 3 things I teach in my bootcamp program that you can grab today for 80% off. It originally is $1,500. You can grab it today, only for today, for $300 because it's Diwali and I'm doing 80% off. Grab it. It's a complete solution to job searching, from resume, cover letters, LinkedIn profiles, to hidden job market, to job search strategy, to how to ace those interviews, mock interviews, prep interviews, and negotiations. So it's a complete solution to your job search. You can grab it today for just $300. So visit the website, enter the Diwali code. If you have any questions for me, type them below and I'm happy to answer. If you like this segment today, please show some support by using either the thumbs up, celebration, love, support, any of those would be great so that other people can benefit from it. I got to know you from one of the sessions of Sanal. Oh yeah, I don't know how I followed you immediately. I was eagerly waiting to listen to you ever since. Would it be possible for you to send me a test mail it will help me to connect better with you. It may not be possible depending on your preferences. Just say no if it's not possible. I prefer people to connect with me on LinkedIn. I don't give out my work email unless you are my client. So I don't really convey through emails to people. I just get people to message me on LinkedIn. If you want to speak with me and you want to get coached by me, I am offering a 48-day coaching in the memberships. The membership's just $20. It's called Level Up in Your Job Search. It comes with tons of resources for job searching and how to level up in your career as well. Bonus, there's workshops plus everyday coaching for the next 48 days. So today's day 2 of that 48-day coaching as well. Okay. Be yourself, simple advice. Yes, Michael, simple advice. Keep it simple, keep it basic. Let's just go to human, right? Be human. Show your human element, show who you are. So if you have any questions, please type them below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Also, once again, I want to wish everybody that's celebrating Diwali and Bandi Chor Nivas Day today. So to my fellow Sikhs, happy Bandi Chor Nivas. And to all other my fellow Indians who are celebrating Diwali, happy Diwali. I hope this today brings to you tons of abundance, wealth, success, and tons of peace. And I hope your life is more prosperous than ever. And if I can help any of you in any way, please don't hesitate to message me on LinkedIn. Happy to help in any way I can. I felt dismissed from a video interview due to tech sound issues at start. I learned to always be prepared or log in early to make sure your camera and mic are working so you don't fumble in the beginning. It sets the tone, and I shot myself in the foot. I got nervous and their body language was clearly uninterested. I couldn't even get a feedback email from them after being rejected. Avoid tech issues, worse letdown. Thank you for sharing this openly. Thank you. I applaud you for your vulnerability to openly share this information with all of us. So thank you for being so courageous to share. And mistakes are lessons. Okay. So I don't want you to beat yourself over this, but see as the opportunity to learn. You learned from the situation, right? So now you're never going to do this again. And I always tell people it's so important to prep. In the pandemic, tons of companies were doing video interviews, and some companies are still doing video interviews. And the worst thing you can ever do for video interviews is just show up without ever testing the technology. That's why it's so important to test everything. Test that your camera is working, test that your mic's working, test that your internet connection or where you're going to sit is where the internet signal is high. You also want to have proper lighting. I actually, in my bootcamp program, when I coach on video interviews, I go full-fledged out to the point where how you sit, how you position yourself in in that screen box, how you look, how your camera lighting, how you set that camera. You want to make sure it's eye level. Okay, you don't want to have your camera like looking down on you, looking up on you. You want to be positioned centered in the screen. So look at the box of the screen, okay? And now the screen box will tell you how you position. Just look at it. You want to be eye level to the camera, to the screen. You want to be centered in the screen. You want to be at least showing half of your body, or like waist up should be shown, right? Or you can have position. I usually say like follow, like, okay, so I'm short. So I'm way more than arm length away from my computer, my desktop. So be arm length away from the computer, right? So that you're positioned so not so up so close that person can actually see you properly. Lighting is the key as well. Um, I have lighting because I do a lot of videos and I do LinkedIn Live, so I have proper equipment. But you don't have to invest money in the proper equipment for just for interviews. You can position yourself in a room that's full of light and avoid sitting. So I'm sitting parallel to the window. You can sit parallel to the window, but avoid sitting in front of the window and your camera is facing the window, because that will generate darkness, okay? So doing all these little things just showcases the caliber you are at. To you, it may seem like, well, why do I need to do this? Why does any of this matter? It actually does matter. Videos is a presentation, right? How you present yourself, it's a presentation. How you present and come across in the videos is the key. Okay. So sit in a room that you can properly decorate. Maybe like I have set up, when I do videos, I set up my space so it looks nice and looks neat and looks presentable. You want to set up your space to look presentable. You want to have proper lighting. So all of these little things will go a long way. It's the first impression someone's going to get of you is when they meet you through the video, is how you look and the presentation. You can use, if it's on Zoom, you can use those virtual backgrounds if you like. I don't personally like those virtual background. That's why I set up my space. I love to showcase my own space versus having a virtual background. So this is my setup, and it's not a virtual background. Someone's asked me, thought there was a virtual background. I was like, no, this is how I've decorated my space, and it's my zone for videos and stuff like that. So yes, always, always, always technical stuff. You want to make sure that you check 24 hours as well as an hour before your interview as well, the day of, okay? So I hope that helps. I'm going to wrap it up here. It's 12 o'clock. And I'm going to go celebrate Diwali. So happy Diwali again to my fellow Sikh friends, and as well as anybody that's celebrating Diwali. Happy Diwali. Happy Bandi Chhod Nivas. I wish nothing but the best for you guys, and take advantage of the one-day sale only that I'm doing. I've never given discounts to, like, not even given 80% off on my courses or my masterclass, but today just seemed fitting because it's Diwali and it's all about light, prosperity, and abundance and success. So I wanted to be a part of it, and now it's my gift to you is I'm giving you 80% off. So go to the website, GKM Coaching /store, so gkm.com/store. Use the coupon code to get 80% off any of the courses or master classes. You have to use and enter the coupon code Diwali. So it's scrolling down on the screen. Okay, so use the coupon code Diwali. You have to physically enter the coupon code into the coupon code section to get the 80% off. If you don't enter it, you're not going to get the 80% off. So please, please enter the coupon code. I've also posted the sale on LinkedIn. You can go to my LinkedIn profile to copy and paste the coupon code and go directly to the link. You can do it that way as well. So please take advantage of my gift to you by giving you 80% off any of my recorded courses and masterclass today. It's 80%. Please take advantage of this and help you land that dream job, be it resume writing, be it anything. Please use it. you will benefit from it. I will guarantee you one thing, you will benefit from any of my courses. Anyone that has always spoken very highly of it. I don't teach cookie cutter solutions. I don't teach you to be generic. I teach you to be an extraordinary, unique individual that you are, and how to bank on you and how to bank on your capabilities and your brain as your superpower. That's what I bring to the table in all my courses and master classes. Please take advantage, because the things I do teach in any of my courses and master classes, you will not find them online. I don't give generic advice. I teach you how to set yourself up for success, how to be unique and how to stand out of the crowd, and also how to be top-notch talent and how to align yourself with companies that will pay you top dollars. So on that note, I'm going to end it right here. Again, once again, happy Diwali, happy Bandi Chhor Nawaz Day to my Sikh brothers and sisters, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.